Hi, my name is Felicia Allen, and this is the second video that I'm making on Stop Adult Bullying. In my first video, I talked about how I am the victim, I like to say target, of an adult bully and the people who are helping the adult bully. And what I'd like to do in the second video, in this video, is bring you up to date on what I've been doing to actually try and get some help from the RCMP. So basically what I did was I filed an application in the British Columbia Supreme Court. And in that application, I asked that the judge order the RCMP to examine the hard drive of my laptop, my computer, and the Wi-Fi network card to determine who the remote user is on my computer and the location of the remote user. So that's the order that I was seeking. And when you make this type of an application, you also have to serve the RCMP as the other party. So what I received from Mr. Kyle Friesen, who's the legal advisor of the RCMP Legal Advisory Section of the Department of Justice Canada, was an email when I had served the notice of application to the RCMP. And basically what Mr. Friesen wrote to me in his email is that he's forwarded these materials, my notice of application, to the Department of Justice Canada civil, and that a civil litigator may appear in court for this. So because I've made this application now to try and get some help from the RCMP, they have the technology to examine computer hard drives and Wi-Fi network cards so that they can try and find who is the user on my computer. Who is the one who, every time I do anything on my computer, tries to thwart it. Because the remote user on my computer, it's like signing into their own computer. They can see all my emails, they can see my job applications, they can see I'm trying to get roommates for my place, and they just thwart these attempts all the time. So what Mr. Friesen then continues to tell me is that I should get legal advice to assist me. Of course, victims of bullies, they often don't have a lot of money, so now I have to go out and spend money on a lawyer that I don't have. And that then this Mr. Friesen, legal advisor of the RCMP, I'll just repeat it, Legal Advisory Section, continues to say, quote unquote, you cannot get a civil court order to compel the RCMP to investigate or not investigate a criminal complaint in the facts present in your situation. Therefore, I can tell you that the Attorney General of Canada, on behalf of the RCMP, opposes the order you seek against the RCMP. If you divert the court's time by unnecessarily calling the Attorney General of Canada for the RCMP into this hearing, you may be subject to an award of court costs against you. So this is how the RCMP and the lengths that the RCMP will go to make sure that they don't help victims of adult bullies. And believe you me, the RCMP have a lot of information on the difficulties I've been experiencing with this remote user on my computer and how it continues. And what the RCMP does, in my opinion, with these kinds of, going against you, even in the court, on something as simple as this, which they have the technology for, is they now empower the bullies even further. Whenever they go against the victims, they empower the bullies. we as victims have to stop this from happening. We have to help victims. Why should a young woman like Amanda Todd, whom I admire for her courage, why should she have to end her life before the police actually did something to find out who the remote user on her computer was? Okay, this has to stop. The RCMP have to start to help the victims and not go against them, even in the court. Many of you may remember from my first video, and I'm sorry, I haven't made a lot of these videos, and now I actually have to make them at 2 o'clock in the morning so the remote user on my computer doesn't stop the upload. But many of you may remember that I've started petitions and I've started a Facebook page, okay? It's important if you watch this to please join me and the many victims whose lives have already ended, and also the many whose lives will end, of all ages, if we don't start to make change, okay? I'm not only here to pinpoint how the RCMP treats victims, but I've also provided constructive changes for the RCMP. And I'm really surprised that the Honorable Jody Wilson-Raybould, who is the Minister for our Justice Canada Department, would even let a lawyer go into our court to try and stop the RCMP from helping somebody who has a remote user who the RCMP is very well aware is making my life extremely difficult. Shame on you, Minister. I hope you rectify that situation. The petition I've started is, I'll try and put this up, it's on ipetitions.com/petition Stop Adult Bullies. Please sign the petition online, and share it, okay? We can make change. And I've also started a Facebook page as well. Facebook.com/StopAdultBullies. Okay, please join the Facebook page. The many more thousands of us that come together, even if you're not a victim of bullying, statistics show 75% of Canadians say that they've been bullies, and it's going to happen to you, and they can destroy your life. Look what I'm going through. Look what may happen to me. Okay, I don't want that to happen to anyone. I would also ask that those of you watching this video, I've devoted my life to rescuing race horses so they don't go to slaughter, and my biggest concern right now is that the horses that have been with me, some of them for 10 years and are a family, are now going to be separated and destroyed and go right back to the fate that I try to keep them from because of the problems I've had in my life with this remote user and adult bully. And so I would ask you, please go to also watch that video. It has all the horses. I've uploaded it to my channel. It was a video that I made to wish everyone Happy New Year with the horses and to try and do fundraising to raise food for them as well. Please, to help them, please go to the link that's on that video and make a little donation, okay, so that you can help us, so that they don't end up in the place that I have worked so hard all my life to save them from. I thank you so much, and please don't just turn away and say, this isn't affecting me, I'm not being bullied, I don't have to worry about it. Believe you me, bullying can happen to anybody. It happened to me, and it's made my life very, very difficult. Please join us. If we are thousands of people that get together on Facebook and on the petition, we can make constructive change. Okay? Join me, please, and thank you, and God bless you.